Welcome back. The China Digital Entertainment Expo and Conference, better known as ChinaJoy, kicked off today in Shanghai. It's Asia's biggest game fair. Our reporter Zhang Shixuan went there to check out the increasing appeal of Chinese-themed games worldwide.
Challenging competitions and modern styles are no longer the only characteristics of many of the games on show this year. If you've seen the movie The Smiling Proud Wanderer, this arrogant lady in a red robe and a man beside her may remind you of the main characters. Actually, they're representing figures from the newly released game Your Swordman, developed by gaming giant Perfect World. This year, the company has brought 11 products to the exhibition, 4 of them based on Chinese stories. They're just as popular here as you might expect.
I've been playing games with Chinese styles since I started playing games for 4 or 5 years. They're very special and have very nice backgrounds.
They are an illustration of Chinese culture. I've been playing those games for 5 or 6 years. They're interesting and have pretty images.
The company has been developing games featuring Chinese elements for the past 16 years. And now it's moving into the latest technologies like 5G to improve their popularity.
Of course, games with Chinese characteristics are a large hit with Chinese players as they are very familiar with the culture. However, domestic game developers are thinking even bigger. Some are taking games with Chinese elements to the whole world.
Interestingly enough, though, One Perfect World's Chinese-themed games was created by a group of French developers. And it turns out the cross-cultural development is working. The game now has 80% of its players outside the Chinese mainland and has even been nominated for the 47th Annual Awards, one of the world's top prizes for animation and game creators. So how do you introduce Chinese games to a foreign audience?
Being present outside of China for the past 12 years, but still, we are developing different understanding of different people from different culture background. So the key is to blend the Chinese culture with whatever behavior or habit they have. So that becomes a tricky thing. We're using different ways, using different eyes to look at the Chinese culture, not only us, but utilizing different people to interpret this culture and utilize the characters in this culture.
Swordsman, ancient costumes, Chinese elements are everywhere at this year's ChinaJoy. Leading game developers like NetEase, Douyi.com, and Tencent have all brought their latest games to the exhibition, many of them with Chinese themes or backgrounds.
The more Chinese elements a game involves, the more popular it will become worldwide. That's been proven in many fields. For example, some films and animations with Chinese characteristics have gained great market performance globally. The style can be very Chinese, but the storytelling should be very international.
The China Audio Video and Digital Publishing Association says games developed by Chinese companies earned nearly $7.6 billion from overseas markets during the first half of the year, up 36% annually. The United States, Japan, and South Korea are the 3 top markets, with the US and Japan together accounting for more than half. Zhang Shixuan, ICS for CGTN, Shanghai.